I'm Libby Joy, and I've been a member of the Beatrix Potter Society for more than 30 years, and I currently edit the Society's journal and newsletter. My aim in this short film is to help you navigate all the sources available for studying Beatrix Potter's art. Unfortunately, many of them are now out of print, but you can often find them secondhand, and if you live in the right place, at a good library. And it is also worth asking the Beatrix Potter Society through their Bring and Buy service. The earliest book to recommend is The Art of Beatrix Potter, compiled by the late great Leslie Linder, who was the man who cracked the code for Beatrix Potter's journal, and who also created a great collection of her artworks of his own, which are now in the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. The art is available in the first 1955 edition and in this 1972 edition, which is slightly revised. It looks a little dated now, but it's extremely comprehensive, and for many people was their first introduction to Beatrix Potter's art beyond the little books. It's also the most personal of the books we're going to see because it contains items that actually belong to Leslie Linder, and he wrote the notes about them. Next, there are two books by Anne Stevenson Hobbs. These are more recent, so we're able to take advantage of more modern printing processes. So the first book, Beatrix Potter's Art, was published in 1989 by Frederick Bourne. As you can see, it's absolutely full of images of Beatrix Potter's art of all sorts, and it has a very comprehensive text at the beginning talking about her skills and her techniques. Anne Hobbs's second book is Beatrix Potter, Artist and Illustrator, which was published by Frederick Bourne and the Dulwich Picture Gallery in 2005, and is actually the catalogue of an exhibition of the same name at the Dulwich Picture Gallery. Again, you can see it's full of images of Beatrix Potter's art with Anne's very useful and comprehensive text about them. Also connected with an exhibition is last year's Beatrix Potter Drawn to Nature, which was the book that accompanied the exhibition at the V&A, full of images of Potter's art with text by a number of different specialists. There is absolutely nothing to beat seeing Potter's art in real life rather than looking at it in images. So if you have the opportunity to catch it, please do. It is worth seeking out any collections that have her works. Here in the UK, the Victoria and Albert Museum is the obvious example, but up here in the Lake District, there is also the Armitt collection in Ambleside and the National Trust, of course. There are large collections in America, in particular the Free Library of Philadelphia and the Coateson Collection at Princeton University. There's a small collection in Japan at the Daito Banko Reference Library in Tokyo, and the Beatrix Potter website has information about all the places where you can see her art. The Society itself also produces publications of its own, and the ones I've picked out for you are from its Studies series, which publishes the papers given at our conferences. These, in particular, have papers about her art. Studies 1, 3, 12, 17, and US Studies 1. And then finally, thanks to the generosity of Frederick Bourne and Penguin Random House, if you are a member of the Beatrix Potter Society, you have access to the Bourne Image Resource, which enables you to see literally hundreds of images of Beatrix Potter's work from all over the world, which are posted on the website. You can't download them, but you can see them. So, plenty of opportunities for researching her art. If you have any questions, contact the Society and ask them, and otherwise explore to your heart's content.